Natalia coming in with another live reading. Yeah, I felt kind of interesting stuff today. We got creative. We're painting, um, and just kind of having a lot of interesting feelings, little hints here and there. So I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit, and then I felt called to do a reading about good things that are coming through for people. Okay, so if you're joining in this live, let's get ready to tap in, okay, with the energy before we get started with our breath work. I just kind of wanted to talk about some of the feelings that were popping up. So, yeah, I had the excitement feeling. I've had creativity today, and also while I was doing my prayers before coming onto the live, I wanted to make sure I'm good and clear before I come on. And just for my day, it really helps me have a smoother day when I'm at least taking time to pray and or meditate. Okay? So while I'm doing this, I'm really happy and excited. I'm honoring the four directions, right? And the Mother Earth and the Father Sky. So like when I'm facing east, I just keep going. I'm just feeling a lot of gratitude and focused in on that feeling. And then I get really excited, kind of like there's a surprise waiting for me when I turn around to face the west, right? I'm like, okay. So then I do. And it just is a really beautiful feeling that's washing over me, you know, like here we are, now we're in the west, and, just, and then I don't even remember exactly. I think I was just feeling pulled magnetically like a magnet to the south. And this is the order I usually do it: east, west, south, and then the north. Okay. So I'm just waiting until I feel like pulled towards one direction or the other, So I could feel the energy building in the west while I was facing the east, and like this feeling of anticipation. And then I had this magnetic pull from the east to the south. And then from there, I don't even remember when or why I turned to the north, aside from that's the next direction that we're going to face and stuff. But just I had a lot more of a heavy feeling at the last part of the prayer session. So, maybe we're starting off high and then we're coming in low, especially when we're more focused on our things that we feel like we need and stuff, because of our experience, it's trained us to see certain things as a need. And that's because there are like consequences, there's things that happen that make us feel bad when we don't have the things that we need, right? So, so there's outcomes. So I was really thinking about things related to money and finances and income and all of that stuff. And it was I was noticing heaviness and darkness in that feeling. Hi, Rachel. And so I wanted to, then I was like, okay, we're aware now of this feeling that's here. And so it's important when you are working on your mindfulness and stuff that you don't just shoo it away or anything like that. You practice the awareness and stuff. You understand it and hold space for it, okay? But but that's not the feeling that we're trying to bring. It's important for it to come up in your awareness when you're in that sacred space, because then it can be transmuted, it can be healed, and it could be released, okay? And or even you can, it's not the time to be racking your brain for solutions, and stuff. So it's like, okay, so that's something that we can offer up. And my mind is saying, surrender. We're going to just surrender that feeling, okay? Because we are doing what we can. We go to work. We are working on our products. We are working on our services. I am here offering service, every time I'm on here, this is me offering service, right? So as long as we're in this mode, we're going to be able to be receiving the fruits of all of that. in some way, shape, or form. Okay? And we're going to have our needs met. So there's no need to be worrying and upsetting and all of that stuff. So just surrendering it, okay? Acknowledging it, making space for it and stuff. These are things that we've carried from throughout our whole life, okay? And I'm breathing out still like excess stuff. So then I tap into the earth. I give my thanks to the Sky Father, hey. And then I clear out a little bit more and I'm here with you guys. So, hi. So, we started off the whole idea with the live today is I want to bring through positive messages and stuff because and now going through it, you know, this little experience through the prayer and stuff, it's like I feel like we need some positive messages, right? So what good things are coming your way? And so before we get started with the reading, I always want to invite you guys to take in some deep breaths with me so we can synchronize with the reading, so we can cleanse our energy and we can tap into the highest frequencies possible, okay? So breathe out. Now we're going to breathe in from our feet to the heart. And then we release. Next, we're going to breathe up a cord of energy from the center of the planet, breathing up through your feet, up your legs, up your spine to your crown, and then release, feeling the energy come unblocked through your spinal column, all right, shooting through your crown. Breathing in, we're going to activate our source energy from within with the breath, okay? And we are so activated, we are filling with light and glowing. And then we breathe out. And the energy goes in every direction, removing any blockages, distortions in our energy field, okay? Welcome into this beautiful space of divine love and protection, unconditional love, expanded awareness, all right? We're calling in our highest selves. We're calling in any deities, angels, entities, beings, and energies, ancestors, past on loved ones that you're working with for your highest good. Bring them on in. Come on in, all right? We've already saged and smudged our physical space. Now we've cleansed our spiritual, energetic space. Hello, Zach. Hello, Capybara. Hi. So, today we are reading on what good things are coming our way. So let's get and like I was saying, I think that we've got some heaviness, we've got some fear, some scarcity, maybe worry and stuff. So let's see what messages are going to come through with the Oracle first. And then, I was just thinking about this card last night. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Thank you, Capybara. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking in the chat and stuff. That's very helpful. And even the engagement in the chat is super helpful. Thank you. So the end of a tough cycle approaches. Capricorn energy. Again, I feel like this ties to something that's happened over the summer or since the summer. Maybe we've been kind of in a back and forth, up and down cycle. Okay. So yeah. We were talking on the live last night, full moons are a time when we have an emotional peak, of intensity in the energies. Our intuition is heightened. Things get more exposed, all right, or at least the likelihood of those things kinds of things coming to light is higher, okay. And let me start. Capricorn energy is connected to Saturn. It's ruled by Saturn, so it's about timing, it's about discipline, it's about restriction. And let me see here. Priorities. Priorities is the polarity of Cancer and stuff, so it does relate to the family, but it's also connected to 10th house attributes of status, career, all right? Yeah, your persona, okay? External persona. Thank you, Zach, for the like and the sub. Okay? And yeah, so let's The end of it. So this has probably something to do with work. We were talking about finances too. 10th house has a lot to do with finances. Okay, let's see what it says. Full moon in Capricorn. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? All right, let's get real, okay? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless, right? We don't have to like step on people. Like that's another lie that we get told it through our experience, through our socialization, through our cultural programming and stuff is that we have to step on other people in order to make significant gains for ourselves. And while that may ring true for a lot of people, or at least in our observation of others and stuff, like spiritually and psychically, it's not worth it, you know? It is better. There is more innate value in just simply working and doing your best to get what you're going to get your rewards, to get to harvest your fruits, okay? And this makes your what you receive have a firmer, stronger foundation. Okay? Okay. So, let me see here. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Again, getting real. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. Yes. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. See, that's the polarity aspect of the Cancer Capricorn thing and stuff. Um, Cancer can sometimes sacrifice too much for others, you know, that they care about. And then Capricorn can sometimes be a little too focused on themselves and their personal success, their wealth and their career and stuff, and they're putting too much into their work and not enough into their personal life. Okay. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. Okay. Attune to the moon. Release control and trust the universe. Again, surrender. Surrender. Additional meanings for this card. A professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard headed or hard nosed. Hey, it happens. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. And the teaching. The full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy and will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation. And this applies no matter when you draw the card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. Page 87, okay? Which, when you add 8 and 7, is 15. That's the devil card, which is ruled by Capricorn. So, yes, priorities and stuff. And I've said this before. Oh, thank you. I've said this before. The devil, you know, it gets connected to like negative thinking and negative thought patterns and things like that. But that aspect of and it's tied to it's got the energy of restriction and stuff, and it's interpreted as restriction. But, you know, there is a constriction, a restriction that we apply to ourselves when we map out our priorities, when we rank our priorities, okay? That's just the natural occurrence of things, okay? That's just how it works. All right. So that's a like a more positive way to read like the devil card and stuff is that we are structuring, we are getting more disciplined, we are getting into a more Capricorn energy. We are getting intensifying our work ethic and getting back in touch with what's most important. Okay, but it's easy to get lost and to get stuck into an obsessive pattern and behavior with that too. So balance is required, okay? And you are not locked in even if you do make a plan, you don't and you're set on it and it's important to you, you don't have to stay with it if it's you can make modifications and be flexible, okay? You don't have to keep yourself chained to something that's not healthy for you. Okay? All right. So, I do that kind of to just like expel any heaviness. So I kind of felt some darker energy come up, which isn't to say it was bad necessarily, just kind of gritty. Okay. Um, so yeah, I want to use the spirit deck, but I was already thinking about the Jack-o'-lantern tarot, which I like for work readings, and obviously these good things that are coming through, I could really feel like there was some good messages that wanted to come through. Okay, take care, Zach, and you can check out the live later. All right. So let's see. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. They're telling me just pick up the cards and shuffle. All right. We're going to shuffle 13 times. Okay. Yep. Ah, thank you. We're on 9 in my head anyway. Okay, so if I ever lose count, I just take that as Providence guiding me to the actual appropriate number of shuffles. Okay. I think that was 11. Yeah, that was 10. 11. I'm gonna do one more because I for reals lost count. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do a past, present, future. Okay, good things coming through. Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like this is our obstacle. We feel like we don't have opportunities. We feel like we're not getting anywhere. We're feeling stymied. Or it could. I'm feeling maybe for some of us it's representing a blockage being removed, but Ace of Wands is a getting up and go energy. So for some of us, maybe it's an upright energy. For most of us that are going to tap in with this, we're feeling stuck, okay? I'm drawing 3 cards. Past, okay? Not putting the work in. All right, 10 of Wands, but we're almost there. If we get to, okay, so putting in a lot of work, maybe not feeling like it's getting us anything, okay? All right, so 10 of Wands in reverse. Again, though, the full moon and Capricorn card was calling us out and saying, have you really been working that hard towards your goals? Okay. Page of Wands, okay, in reverse. This is the present. So again, not taking action, not speaking up, not having getting any not feeling like any of the ideas are worth it, I guess, going towards them. Pages are messengers, so we're not seeing I hear maybe bigger picture. We're not seeing the forest for the trees. Okay? So maybe we're stuck on details that kind of are bogging us down or something. Okay? And the 8 of Pentacles in reverse on the future position. Okay? I'm not feeling this reading. Okay, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. All of these cards being reversed potentially goes upside down. Okay, if it were upright, if it were all upright, I'd say there's new beginnings coming in. All right, awesome. 10 of Wands, you've been putting in the work, okay, maybe, and you just have to put in a little more. And Page of Wands, follow your ideas, your inspiration, okay? And 8 of Pentacles and stuff means that, yes, you're going to be continuing to work and stuff and getting into your artistry and picking out the details and all of that stuff, getting really intricate with it and stuff. But it's also giving that planning energy, but it's also everything that you make is its own and has its own inherent value and stuff. So even though yes, you're continuing to keep working and stuff, it's all accruing value as you keep going and stuff because it's not just one and done. No, no, no. You're creating a whole catalog that's showing off your spirit, whether you're an artist or you are a content creator or you are creating plans for people. You've got like presentations or something, whatever it is that you work on. Maybe you're the best spreadsheet person around, and you excel at Excel. All right. So there you go. Like whatever it is, you're building up a whole catalog of work that is valuable in and of itself. Okay? So with all of this stuff reversed, I'm feeling like we're either not fully appreciating the things that we've put in from our own selves, or we're not feeling appreciated, or we're not fully applying ourselves. Okay? So you have to apply yourself. If you want maximum results, you have to put in the maximum energy. Okay? You have to put in more energy. Okay? So this is crazy how it's all reversed. Okay. I was going to draw also 5 more cards to kind of see what's going, get a more in-depth read. Okay. We have the Emperor underneath the Ace of Wands. Okay. So you're calling the shots. You're the one that's in command of this situation. You are your own personal authority. There could also be a kind of issue with authority that's coming up in the reading. Let's see what's going on. Okay, I'm going to draw 5 more cards. 2 swords. All right, this represents yourself, ourself. Okay, in a state of indecision, maybe not wanting to see, but thankfully it's not blocked, so we're not like in denial per se, but we're just maybe having a hesitation because there's a lot of things to consider and stuff. We're in 2 minds about something. Okay. Okay. And the Hanged Man reversed. Okay. So this is the crux of the matter. Yeah, that's kind of that whole not seeing another perspective, not enlightenment, or the Hangman card can be a card about delays and stagnation sometimes. So if it's reversed, then it's like we're getting down from the tree. Okay, we've seen what we've needed to see. All right, let's see here. 3 of Cups as what we don't see coming. Okay, so 3 of Cups energy in reverse is kind of more toxic, gossipy kind of energy. Emotions getting out of hand, maybe. So there's going to be some sort of emotional turmoil that's coming up. That's what Spirit needs you to know. Okay. I'm feeling like it's going to show you things that you can cut out of your priority list, though, and stuff. For instance, if it's toxic people that are gossiping, then, or people that you didn't consider to be toxic, but they're behaving in a negative manner and it's having repercussions for you, like you're going to know that you can cut those people out. Or if those are your patterns and stuff, it's going to be shown to you that those are things that you need to cut out. I think that's what's going on. Let's see what the next card is. 10 of Cups is the advice. Okay. So, yes. So I'm thinking now, this is less, especially when we're talking about the Capricorn energy, when we're talking about kind of, we can get too obsessed, we could feel too locked in. And 10 of Cups as the advice is telling us to be more grateful, to be in the energy of emotional abundance, of prosperity. This is a happiness card, wish fulfillment card. This is a completion card. This is like your heart is so full with all of the beautiful energy in your life. Okay, and the outcome is 7 of Pentacles. It is yet to be seen fully. Okay, it means that your stuff is going to continue growing. Okay, let's see here. The Devil reversed is is coming up. All right, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, so what's coming up is, I guess it's being shown to you this need for this balance emotionally between the work and the thinking and your feelings, okay? So maybe we're feeling trapped and stuck by our own plan, like I was saying, with all of the reverse cards here. We're not feeling super inspired and we feel like stuck in the grind and stuff. So the advice is take some time out, enjoy yourself. These are the good things that are coming through, is that it's coming soon to a close and you will be receiving recognition. Okay? Okay? You will be seen for your leadership abilities, for your initiative, for your success, okay? Just keep going. Do not engage in any lower frequency kind of emotional thingies, okay? And try not to judge others who do, all right? That's just people playing out what they need to play out, okay? Um, and yeah, this is kind of what I'm seeing. All right. Hey, I didn't mean to go off of the live. Sorry if you're still here, or I don't know what happened. I accidentally pressed something. Anyway, so what I'm seeing for good things that are coming through is that you are gonna be shown that it's okay and that's actually very needed for you to break and replenish yourself emotionally. Okay? I think that all of this reversal energy can go upright if you are in this Ten of Cups energy. Okay? We've got a lot of reversals if you guys want to see. Let me see here. Like, we've got reverse Ten of Wands, reverse Eight of Pentacles. Not normally, and reverse Ace of Wands underneath. So, not normally stuff that you would want to see, but like, it just is what it is, okay? I feel like it's stuck, but it's stuck from like the mindset, okay? So you need to relax and reset, okay? And it's gonna allow the good things to come in more. Let's get a card. Give me one card for the Seven of Pentacles as the outcome, please. There it is. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Your wish will be on its way. See, look, after we've put in all of this work, there ain't nothing to do but wait for our seeds to grow, right? And that can be sometimes boring, okay, but try and take that as a time to just relax, okay? Be in wish fulfillment, gratitude, oh, excuse me, and appreciation, okay? Alrighty. And yeah, we're coming out of Seven of Cups reverse, okay, going towards Ace of Pentacles upright. So things are going to be shaping up just fine, all right? Have faith. Purging out any um any feelings that you think are kind of that might be holding you back and blocking you from your own success that you've completely earned, okay? And if you feel like you're not putting in enough effort, put in a little bit more. And but be real with yourself too. If maybe you have been putting in a lot of effort, if it's not showing up for you, it's just because it's taking time to work its way through, okay? All right. So I gotta go, I gotta run, I have stuff to do today. And I will see you guys later. Hopefully this gets uploaded quickly. Alright? Goodbye!